Welcome to Dog Facts Funny. Why your dog watches you without moving. Today, we're talking about something so simple that most people overlook it. A behavior that feels small, almost ordinary. Your dog sitting somewhere in the room, completely still, just watching you. Not asking for food, not asking to go outside, not barking, not wagging, just watching. And if you've ever held that gaze for a moment, you may have felt it. That quiet intensity, that presence, that feeling that something is happening, even though nothing is moving. Dogs do not hold still without reason. Stillness, in the animal world, is deliberate. So the question isn't, why is my dog staring at me? The question is, what are they measuring in that silence? Monitoring the emotional climate. Dogs are emotional observers. Long before they respond to commands, they respond to energy. Your breathing, your posture, the speed of your movements. All of it creates an atmosphere. And dogs continuously scan that atmosphere for changes. When your dog watches you without moving, they may be monitoring your emotional state. Are you calm? Are you tense? Are you about to leave? Are you upset? A dog's survival instinct depends on reading social cues quickly. In a pack setting, noticing subtle shifts could mean the difference between harmony and conflict. That instinct never disappeared. It simply transferred to you. When they sit quietly and stare, they are often asking, "Is everything stable?" Your body answers before your words ever do. Waiting for direction. Sometimes stillness is anticipation. Dogs are pattern learners. They study sequences. When you stand up, they learn what usually happens next. When you grab your keys, they learn what follows. When you move toward a certain door, they anticipate an outcome. If your dog watches you without moving, they may be waiting for the next cue in a familiar pattern. Not anxious, not confused, just attentive. They are holding themselves in readiness. In these moments, your dog isn't frozen. They are paused, like an arrow resting on a string, waiting to see if it will be released. This kind of watchfulness is trust-based. They believe you will signal what comes next. Attachment and regulation. There is something deeper that happens in quiet staring. Dogs use their humans to regulate their nervous systems. If you've ever noticed your dog staring at you and then slowly relaxing, or blinking, or sighing, that isn't random. That is co-regulation. Your presence lowers their guard. Eye contact, when soft and unforced, releases calming chemicals in both dogs and humans. It strengthens bonding pathways. It reinforces connection. So sometimes your dog watches you not because they need something, but because your existence itself stabilizes them. They are grounding themselves through you. Stillness becomes a shared space. Protection instinct. There is also an ancestral layer to this behavior. Dogs evolved alongside humans. Over generations, they became attuned not just to our emotions, but to our vulnerability. If your dog positions themselves where they can see both you and the room, especially entrances or hallways, that still watchfulness may be protective scanning. They are not paranoid. They are surveying. Even when nothing appears wrong, dogs often assume responsibility for awareness. While you scroll on your phone or cook dinner, they remain alert. It is a quiet division of labor. You relax. They watch. And sometimes when they stare at you, they are checking whether you've noticed something they haven't fully assessed yet. Did you see that? Does that sound important? They look to you for confirmation. Seeking reassurance without movement. Not all needs are expressed loudly. Some dogs have learned that approaching physically isn't always necessary. Instead, they seek connection visually first. When your dog watches you without moving, especially from a short distance, they may be asking a gentle question. Are we okay? They aren't demanding attention. They aren't pawing or whining. They are simply opening a channel. Often, a small response is enough. A soft glance, a relaxed smile, a calm voice, and you'll notice something subtle. Their body loosens. Their breathing deepens. The moment passes. It was never about action. It was about reassurance. The deep bond signal. There is a kind of stare that feels different. It isn't sharp. It isn't intense. It's soft, almost heavy with calm. If your dog watches you this way while lying down, especially in the evening, you are likely seeing attachment in its purest form. They are imprinting on you. Dogs memorize their humans. Not just scent, not just voice, but posture, rhythm, micro-movements. In still observation, they are reinforcing familiarity, strengthening the internal map that says, "This is my person." It may look like nothing, but biologically, it is bonding. When stillness means something else. Of course, context matters. If staring is paired with stiffness, hard eyes, or tension, that can signal uncertainty or stress. But calm stillness, relaxed muscles, neutral ears, that is not a problem behavior. That is attention without urgency. And in a world that constantly moves, a dog choosing to sit still and simply watch you is a sign that they find value in your presence. They are not distracted. They are not scanning for escape. They are anchored to you. Before we close today, take one quiet second to remember that your dog's stillness is not emptiness. It is awareness. When they watch you without moving, they are not idle. They are present. They are reading your breathing, your posture, the rhythm of your day. In that silence, something subtle is happening. They are syncing with you. They are deciding whether the world is calm enough to rest or alert enough to stay ready. And often, your dog chooses stillness because you feel safe enough to watch instead of react. That is not small. In a species built for movement, built for response, choosing to sit and simply observe their human is an act of trust. It means they do not feel the need to control the room. It means they believe you will notice what matters. So the next time you catch that steady gaze across the room, don't look away too quickly. Let the moment exist. Because sometimes, the quietest behaviors carry the deepest connection. Every quiet glance is another layer of familiarity, another small reinforcement that this is their place, and you are their constant within it. In a world that shifts and changes beyond their understanding, your steady presence becomes the reference point they return to again and again. So when they hold that gaze without moving, it may simply be their way of saying, without words and without sound, "I feel safest when I can see you." So the next time you notice your dog watching you without moving, don't rush to fill the silence. Pause. Notice their posture. Notice their breathing. Notice the softness or the alertness in their eyes. They may be measuring the room. They may be waiting for direction. They may be protecting, or they may simply be grounding themselves in the presence of the person they trust most. Stillness in dogs is rarely empty. Sometimes it is loyalty at rest. Sometimes it is attachment made visible. Sometimes it is a quiet promise. "I'm here. I'm aware. I'm with you." Thank you for spending this time with Dog Facts Funny. If today's reflection helped you understand your dog a little more deeply, subscribe and join us again as we continue exploring the quiet psychology of the animals who share our lives. Until next time, notice who is watching over you, even when they don't move.